Gwen. This is dead on, so it is.
Well, I thought we'd have something special, seeing as it's Easter Sunday.
Well, it's special enough having you here.
It's a pity we haven't got the new bed. We could be putting it through its paces.
Oh, for God's sake, Gwen, I'll tell you what, you'll have me worn out, so you will. Well, listen, Gwen, about this bed, I mean, it's great. I love the idea and all that sort of carry on, as long as we can keep up the payments, you understand me?
I know that. There's no need to keep rubbing it in.
Well, I'm not rubbing it in. I just thought I'd bring it up, OK?
I thought we'd been through all this. You either trust me or you don't.
I do trust you. Of course I trust you.
Well, how can I enjoy myself if every time I spend something, you're going on at me?
I don't mean to go on at you.
We agreed the place need redoing.
Yes, I know it needs redoing, but what we can afford when we can afford it.
I'm really looking forward to getting that bed.
Gwen, I'm sorry. I don't mean to spoil things for you.
You don't know what it's like living with another woman's furniture.
Gwen, it's my furniture, OK? She left here ages ago.
Yeah, but it's her taste. I feel like a lodger.
Well, I don't mean you to feel like a lodger. That's the last thing I want. I'll tell you what, I'll go back to the shop and I'll buy all the wallpaper you want, and then we can make a start now, eh? How's that?
Aw, knew you'd understand.
Right, can I have my scran now?
Yeah, get stuck in.
Well, there you go, lads. Once you've signed on the dotted line, it's all yours.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Come on, come on. I know it's on the small side, but you knew what you were getting. You converted the ruddy thing.
Oh, I'm not complaining, it's fine. I think it's perfect. Get the controller over here, half dozen seats out there, telly on the wall.
Not going to be too much for you, all this, is it?
Oh, what?
Running two businesses. Because I don't want any slacking on the health centre job.
I've got Pat on the site, and it's all right, because I've got Vic here. Hang on.
Where's he going to be, then? Down the Rovers?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Look, can we just get on with this, please? We've got a lot on today.
Right, well, you've seen the lease. All it needs now is to be signed and witnessed. And then you're in business.
Great. Steve! Lease!
This is a legally binding document, you know. You're taking a lot on, so if you're not sure...
Look, of course I'm sure. Can we just get on with it?
It's organic. Organic chocolate. Organic special.
You big softy, Ashley. I've not had an Easter egg since I was a kid.
Well, you're not to eat it till after your breakfast. So you just put your feet up, Mrs. Peacock.
Will you get it?
Yeah. What's that? Hey, come in.
I'm going to cook you the finest breakfast you've ever had in your lives, and I won't take no for an answer. Best British baked bacon, cut it myself nice and thick. Wait till you get that sizzling in that pan, you won't be able to resist. Burgers, black pudding...
No!
Just think of it, Ashley. The aroma of frying bacon. I defy you to let it waft past your nostrils and not succumb.
No one's going to succumb because nobody's cooking bacon in this house.
Oh. Well, what does your Lord and Master say? The one you promised to love, honour and obey?
It's very kind of you, Uncle Fred, but we're sticking to our guns.
There's many a veggie with a secret addiction to bacon butties, you know. Oh, yes, you read about it in papers. It's now to be ashamed of.
I was just about to cook breakfast myself. You're welcome to join us.
Depends what you're cooking.
Scrambled egg with mushrooms and tomatoes.
Champion. With a couple of nice juicy rashers on side.
No, will you tell him, Ashley?
You heard what she said, Uncle Fred. We're not going to be tempted.
But you'll become anemic. Your bones will crack and your brains will shrink. Well, you can't say I didn't try.
Can't we do this later? I don't know what's got into you this morning. You've been a misery since the word go. Do you want to get this job done or what? Look, give it a rest, will you, mate? I've got a lot on my mind at the moment. Well, look, if you've got a problem with something I'm doing, why don't you just tell me? Vic, we don't all just jump up and down like a little Boy Scout, you know. Oh, right, I see. You're just too cool to get excited, is that it? Look, Vic, I know you haven't had your own business before, but it is not that big a deal. I didn't jump up and down.
Whatever, suit yourself.
Yeah, and the way you were talking to Dougie Ferguson this morning, it made it sound like I was working for you. We are supposed to be partners, you know.
And he does know that.
Do you?
I'm going. I'll see you later.
Hang on, Steve. There's loads to be done here. We've got to get everything sorted.
You working today, then? Yep, afraid so. I'm not unhappy about it. Do I take it a certain person isn't going to Dubai?
No, she is not.
I don't know, mate. One of these days.
I know, it's all going to hit the fan. Still, I'm just taking every day as it comes. At least I've got something to look forward to every time I go into work.
I just hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah, so do I. See ya.
See ya.
Oh, hiya. You've not come for his Easter egg, have you?
Hey? Oh, no. Look, Deirdre, I don't know what's the matter with me. I've hardly slept a wink.
Well, you're not poorly, are you?
No, it's ever since this business with Gwen. I'm all at 6s and 7s.
Oh, Hayley, don't take it to heart. She needed a telling off, and if you hadn't given it to her, then Mike certainly would have.
Well, I wish he had. I hate unpleasantness.
You've got to stand your ground with these girls. I mean, give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
I know, and that's why I don't think I'm cut out to be supervisor.
Of course you are. You're just not used to it yet. You just need a little bit more time.
How long? Because at this rate, I don't think my nerves are going to stand it.
See you, love.
You never stop, do you?
Morning.
Don't you believe in a day of rest?
Oh, no, not a whole day. I'd get bored.
Was going to pop over, see Natalie, so, might catch you in the Rovers later.
Listen, fancy going out for a bite to eat tonight?
Surprised you get time to eat.
Well, there's no point in making all this money if you don't treat yourself occasionally.
All right. 7-ish?
Right. See if I can find somewhere open around here tonight.
And 240 change, thank you.
Thanks. I'm sure I forgot something. Never mind.
Dave! Auntie Maya! Namaste, Auntie G. Aap kaise hai, theek?
Bas, theek ho, beta, theek ho.
You know, I didn't even know you were going to come. I didn't even know if you got my message.
You said you needed help. I could see you were telling the truth. I hear Vikram's gone into the taxi business. I don't know how long that'll last.
Well, you know, he really does want to make a go of it.
But he's left you in the lurch.
No, you know, I've just been so busy I haven't had time to look for a replacement.
Well, let me hang up my coat and let's go to work.
Auntie, just one thing. Now, you did tell Uncle San about this, didn't you?
Like you, your uncle is a very busy man. Sundays he's always stock-taking.
Yeah, but you did tell him because, look, I really wouldn't want to upset him.
Why should he be upset? I'm a shopkeeper's daughter and a shopkeeper's granddaughter. There is nothing more natural than for me to be behind the counter.
Yeah, I just,
So, let's get this place sorted out.
Yeah. Well, if you're sure.
You know, they say they come in them DIY shops, so they do, eh? I mean, they're always banging on about the cheapest prices in town. That's the most expensive roll of wallpaper I've ever spent in my life.
Oh, well, if you want quality, you've got to pay for it.
What in the name of God is wrong with wood chip, eh? A big drop of paint on it so you can have whatever colour you want then.
Because it always looks like wood chip.
Well, I don't see there's anything wrong with that. Do you, Janice?
Me? Mine to decorating, how Les does. I'd settle for a fresh coat of emulsion, never mind wood chip.
Gin and tonic and a pint, please, Gina.
I love coming up. It's no good just buying a few rolls of wall paint.
Oh, no.
I mean, if you're going to redecorate, you need an overall design concept.
Oh, really? And how much does this overall design concept amount to, eh?
Well, it doesn't have to be expensive, Grumpy.
I've always fancied a bit of that feng shui myself.
Oi, behave yourself. Don't go putting ideas in our head, will you?
No, right, you put a mirror up, right, facing front door, and then when your husband comes rolling in after a skinful, he gives himself such fright, he rolls back out again. Very clever, you know, them Chinese. Another one in there for your Uncle Fred?
No, why not? You've not taken against alcohol and all, have you?
No.
And an auntie were teetotal. Most miserable, sour-faced woman you were ever lucky to meet. They say she were disappointed in love.
Yeah, I'll have a large vodka and tonic, please.
What about some teats?
I'm not really hungry after that lovely vegetarian breakfast we've just had.
Off meat then, are you?
Yeah, I can thoroughly recommend it.
I don't eat it much myself. One thing I could never give up, though, is bacon. Can't beat a good bacon butter.
Thank you, Gina.
Having said that, when your local butcher won't eat his own produce, well, makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Wonder what?
Well, whether it's really fit for human consumption. I mean, maybe you know something we don't.
You see what you're doing?
I'm not doing out.
I told you to be back for business, didn't I? Didn't I? Hey, vegetarian butcher, I knew there'd be questions. It makes folk nervous.
Surprisingly quiet for Easter.
Yeah, well, it's early yet.
I don't suppose I could talk you into a short professional consultation in my office, could I?
Don't be bad, Martin. We said we were going to behave ourselves at work.
Yeah, OK, you're right. It's just that I'm finding it quite difficult sometimes keeping my distance. I can't bear not touching you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Think we'll ever get bored with it?
Nah, never.
Some people do, you know. Settle down and get in a rut.
Not us.
What, so when I'm 85, crotchety and missing all my teeth, you'll still want to jump me, will you?
We can still manage it.
I've been doing a lot of thinking, you know, about the future.
Yeah, I've been trying not to.
I don't like feeling I've got no control over what's happening to me.
I don't suppose anyone does.
So that's why I've decided to get a solicitor. Get things moving.
A solicitor?
Yeah, I'm gonna start divorce proceedings against Jerry. I just feel like my life's on hold and I want to put the past behind me and get things sorted. One way or another, Martin, I have to move on.
So what are you so down in the mouth about?
It's Vic, he's doing me head in. I mean, why can't he get more business-like? It's like training a puppy dog or something.
Well, he seems like a decent enough lad to me.
Yeah, well...
Oh, I know what'll cheer you up. Money for Victoria Street's come through. I've got a statement from the hole in the wall, so I can pay you off.
Great, when?
Well, tomorrow's bank holiday. I'll get onto the bank Tuesday and get them to make an electronic transfer to your account.
Well, can't we do it a little bit sooner? Only I'm a bit strapped for cash at the minute.
Don't be daft. How?
Well, I don't know, a cash machine or something.
I can't get all that money and readies out of a ruddy cash boy machine. I don't know. You accuse Vic of not being businesslike. You'll get it Tuesday. Is that a problem?
No. No, of course not. Right, I'm off.
Yeah, I'll see you, Steve.
There you go.
Admiring the view?
He's asked me out to dinner tonight.
Has he now? Where's he taking you?
I'm not sure yet. But I've got an idea. Hiya. Just been picking out Natalie's brains about all the local restaurants. Apparently nowhere decent's open.
Well, she's got a point. We could go into town.
Yeah, or, well, I could rustle us up something over the road.
If you don't mind cooking.
I enjoy it. 7-ish, then?
Right. I'll be there.
Come into my parlour, said the spider to the fly.
Can I borrow a recipe book?
Look, if you're serious about seducing him, keep it simple. Steak, green salad, and a few oven chips.
Yeah, you're right. Don't want to overplay my hand.
I've got some steak in the freezer you can have if you want.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, thanks.
Look, you go for it, kiddo, while you can.
Oh, Nat. Am I being really insensitive?
Debs, you can't put your own life on hold because of what's going on with me, and I wouldn't want you to. Dougie's a lucky guy. Hope he realises it.
Just a half, please, Gina.
Look, Fred, I was just winding you up. It was a joke.
Many a true word spoken in jest. And you carrot eaters have a lot to answer for.
Eh?
No one's going to boycott your shop just because Ashley's become a vegetarian.
No, but they should.
Oh, yes. And you're just the sort to cause trouble, aren't you?
Hang about.
Demonstrating and picketing and stopping ordinary decent folk going about their legitimate business. Forcing an old lady like Emily Bishop up a tree.
That had nothing to do with vegetarianism, and anyway, no one forced her. Oh, thanks, Gina.
Same again, Fred?
No. I'm very particular who I drink with me.
So am I.
See, what's that? I mean, what's that got to do with that?
Hiya.
I couldn't help overhearing earlier. You're redecorating your place, are you?
Yeah, we are.
So, what if we are? Well, I thought maybe I could be of some help. I popped into that new DIY place in town the other day. They've got all kinds of special offers on paint. You can save a fortune.
Well, there you are now. Sit yourself down, Haley. Come on.
No, don't. We don't need your advice, and we don't need cheap paint.
Well, I was only trying to be friendly.
Yeah, well, you're friendly when it suits you. Can't have it both ways.
No. Well, I suppose not.
What was that all about?
Nothing. Come on, let's go.
Do you mind if I finish my beer?
Oh, please yourself.
Janice, what's going on, eh? What's the crack?
Oh, no, really. Haley's supervisor now, and, well, she caught Gwen swinging lead, threatened to hit sack.
Oh, well, she never said anything. I'll see you later. Bye, Haley.
Look, I don't understand. Don't you want me to get a divorce?
Yeah, of course I do. But all I'm saying is, well, it could have implications, couldn't it?
Yeah. I'll be free to marry the man I love, if he's ever free to marry me.
Yeah, and how's Jerry going to react to that? He's not exactly a reasonable bloke. He's already stirred it up enough.
Well, that's why you get a solicitor, so you don't have to deal with them directly.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, maybe we're just jumping ahead of ourselves a bit here.
In what way? Look, you didn't want me to go to Dubai, you wanted me to stay. So either you want us to be together eventually or you don't.
Well, of course I do. There's no question of that.
Look, you keep saying that, Martin, and like you've been saying it for months, but when's all the talk going to turn into some action, eh?
It's just a question of timing, Rebecca. You know that. Look, soon as she's had the baby, it'll be easier for me to go.
Do you really believe that?
Well, yeah, of course I do.
Sometimes I wonder, am I just being the gullible mistress?
Oh, now don't talk rubbish. You're making it sound like it's just some casual affair.
Then prove to me it isn't. Why can't we make plans? I know it's never going to be easy, but I need us to have a future I can believe in.
Auntie, what are you doing here?
I should have thought that's obvious, Vikram, even to you.
Ah, I see you've met my new shop assistant then.
Yeah? Does Uncle Sandip know you're here?
What he doesn't know and isn't told can't aggravate his ulcer, can it?
Well, no, but I thought he didn't like you working.
He was happy enough to have me work for him 20 years ago, I can tell you. Now he's made money, buys a big house and expects me to sit in it all day and twiddle my thumbs.
I thought you'd be glad to put your feet up.
Glad? Do you know what happens to me every day?
What?
Visitors, relatives, neighbours. They all think my purpose in life is to drink tea and listen to their mindless chit-chat. Well, I've had enough. Sandeep can huff and puff all he likes. I shall work for my favourite nephew.
He's going to kill you.
Vic, appearances can be deceptive. Oh, yeah, she plays the proper wife at family functions when it suits her, but she's never lost an argument with him yet. And if she's made up her mind, he doesn't stand a chance. And she's a much better shop assistant than you'll ever be.
I just felt so humiliated. I was only trying to be friendly.
I'd have given her a piece of my mind if it had been me.
I want you to talk to Mr. Baldwin for me. I want you to tell him that I'm just not cut out to be supervisor.
Hayley, you're the best machinist in the place. I mean, if anybody's qualified to take charge of those girls, it's you. Anyway, they blow hot and cold. You're going to work on Tuesday and it'll all be forgotten about.
I don't think so.
You can't be intimidated out of doing your job.
Well, that's the point. I can. I just want to go back to being one of the girls again.
Then stop apologising for doing your job. They'll respect you more for it.
Well, it seemed to come out of the blue, really. She wants to divorce him.
You can't blame her, can you? She wants to get things moving.
Yeah, but I can't leave Gail now, not with everything with Sarah.
Well, it's never going to be a good time.
Yeah, I know that.
Is this really what you want?
Well, yeah, Rebecca is what I want. I just don't want anyone to get hurt.
Well, you're on hide into nothing with that then, aren't you, mate?
Reckon you owe me an apology.
And how'd you work that out?
Well, I've been working all day. Cleaning out the office, measuring up, making lists of all the things we need. And where's your contribution?
Brains. That takes time as well, you know.
I'm no mug, you know, Steve.
I'm not going to do all the work while you standing here propping up the bar and running your other businesses. Look, we can split this partnership up now. I can get someone else in, or I can go it alone.
Look, I'm not trying to take advantage of you, honestly. It's just the last couple of days, I've had one hassle after another.
So have I, thanks to you.
What, I'll make it up to you? What are you having?
I'm serious, Steve.
So am I. Look, just give us a couple of days and I'll sort it, I promise.
Nothing more from the police then about your son?
I phoned them yesterday. You can't get a straight answer out of them.
Well, I'm sure they'll get him in end.
You reckon? I thought that reward might bring Summit out the woodwork.
Well, it still could.
Well, I'm not going to hold my breath, Gina. I reckon if there's folk round here knows something, then they're just too scared to talk. Yes, Steve?
2 pints, please, Natalie.
Hey, Steve. Oh, Ashley not in then?
I expect you'll find him at home with his herbivore wife.
All right. Well, perhaps you could give him this then.
What is it?
Meet his murder posters. He asked me if I had any. Don't know what he's going to do with them.
This is beyond a joke!
To tell you the truth, I can't stand too much fancy cooking.
No, I prefer something simple myself.
Well, you seem to have settled in round here pretty well now.
You sound surprised.
Suppose I am. Sophisticated woman like you. You've travelled the world. I wouldn't have thought the Weatherfield would be journey's end for you.
Who says it is? It's interesting enough for now, though.
You know, if you ran it, I reckon you'd make more of that hairdresser than Audrey Roberts ever has.
Don't you believe it? Audrey knows her clientele pretty well, believe me.
Well, wouldn't you prefer to work for yourself? Have your own shop?
For that, I'd need capital. Why? You offering to bankroll me?
Why? You asking?
Certainly not. No, I suppose what I'm after at the minute is just a bit of time out, you know? I've been gadding about the globe long enough, and it's fun when you're young. You don't have to worry about where you're going to be in 10 years' time, but now I'd just like a bit of time to consider my options.
Well, you could always open a restaurant. You'd certainly give Delia a run for her money.
Now that is unashamed flattery.
Well, maybe just a bit.
You never mentioned Ellen, did you?
Yeah, well, I don't tell you every little row that happened at work.
Yeah, but Gwen, she threatened to sack you.
No, she didn't. Janice was exaggerating. It was just a difference of opinion, that's all. Anyway, I'm not going to be sacked by the likes of Ailey, am I? She's no but machines to sell.
Yeah, but what if Baldwin's backing her up? You want to be careful, girl, I'm telling you.
Don't tell me what to do, Jim.
You know, I've had enough of this. Let's go down the boozer and have a drink, eh?
No, I want to get this finished tonight.
Well, we can do it tomorrow.
You go. I'll be fine.
Gwen, I don't want to go to the boozer on my own, OK? Tell you what, you're a slave driver, you are.
So, what should we drink to, then? Faraway places?
No, to the here and now.
All right. Here and now. Well, that were a great meal. Thank you. In fact, it were a great evening with a very lovely lady.
Well, it's not over yet, is it?
Well, I should be going.
Because it doesn't have to be.
What posters? I've not asked Spider for out. He's winding you up, Uncle Fred.
Seems everybody's winding me up. I've become the butt of everyone's humour, and why?
Because you're being ridiculous.
Me? I'm being ridiculous. I'm not daft, young lady. I know what's behind all this. Power.
Power?
You're determined to have your own way, no matter what it costs. I say what it costs.
No, I'm not.
Hang on. This is much my decision as it is Maxine's.
Is it? Don't you see the position you're putting the business in with all this nonsense?
No, I don't. And I don't think the customers give a toss what I eat.
Well, I've tried to be reasonable. But nobody, not even you, Ashley, is making a laughing stock of Fred Elliott.
You don't need to. You're making a good enough job yourself.
Stay out of it, Maxine. I might be your son, I might be your employee. But you're not telling me what I eat.
Fine. Then you better set yourself up as a greengrocer, haven't you? Because I haven't spent the last 30-odd years building up Elliot's Butchers to hand it over to a salad freak. Now think on, Ashley. I'm deadly serious.
So am I.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ash.
Well, why should you be sorry? He thinks he can ride roughshod over me. Well, he can't.
Well, you're certainly full of surprises.
Am I? Oh, well, as soon as I met you, I thought you were a really special bloke, so, have to go with your intuition, don't you?
Yeah. I reckon you do.
I think this might be a lot more comfortable upstairs. Don't you?
Oh, looks like we've run out.
Well, there's another bottle in the kitchen. You want to open it? Dougie?